All right. Hey guys, Sean here, and I was inspired to make this video because I'm actually getting ready for my contest prep. I'm actually competing again for the second time in my life. And I decided to make this journey open to all people, to all of you who are watching this video. So I decided actually, you know what, get on here, take off my shirt, show you my body as it is right now, as I am getting ready for the contest. And I'm doing this for two reasons, I think. Two reasons, yes. One reason is because I want to inspire you, okay? So by you seeing me, how I go about having fat on my body and changing my body to becoming ripped and ready to get on stage. So when you see the process and you see how easy it is, you'll say, wait a minute, if this guy could do that, I could do it. And then you're gonna start changing your body and you're gonna feel amazing. Sounds good? And the second reason is actually a very selfish reason for myself, because by committing myself to making these videos and showing you my progress, it actually really motivates me to actually do the work, do the cardio, etc. that I need to do. So it's kind of like a win-win situation, all right? And I also want your feedback. So as I go through this process, you can say, hey, here's what I think you should do, or this is what I don't like about your body, or this is what I like, this is what you need to do. And I also try to share my walk, because as I do this contest, I'm gonna be doing this walk and etc. and I want your feedback. Now, before I take my shirt off to show you where I am right now, I wanna share what was the reason I actually compete, or what motivated me to compete. And also I'm going to talk about what are the biggest fears that I had to overcome to compete. So hopefully you can look at your experience if you have the same challenges, and maybe it's gonna inspire you and be like, wait a minute, I had this fear and I can compete too. All right, so here's what I'm gonna share. So the reason I started to compete is because first time I remember it was when I was doing steroids. I was doing anabolic steroids, and I was part of these forum with all the steroid guys on, and they had this prize. Okay, the prize was like thousands of dollars worth of free steroids. All right, so I could win thousands of dollars steroids. It was like $2,000 worth of stuff. So you can imagine I was very excited. So I started to get ready for the contest. Okay, I became so obsessed. I didn't have any coach. I didn't have anybody. I just had my steroids, right? So I started to do a lot of steroids, and I was doing cardio like crazy. I was working so hard, and I was doing, probably I spent about $1,500 alone on that cycle that I was doing. And as a result of me doing a lot of juice and doing a lot of work, I actually reached a level where I actually clearly see my abs. It was the best shape I've ever been in my life. So up till that point, all my effort, even doing steroids, I never had that look that I wanted. You know, the look, like the fitness model look, where you look ripped and good. I never had that until this contest that came up. So that was a big motivator to me, because what I noticed that before, in all my attempts to lose fat, right when I would lose like a little bit of fat and my body would look pretty good, I would say, well, that's good enough. You know, I would cut off on my diet, on my cardio, because it gets pretty intense after a while, right? But because of the contest, I was actually really, really motivated to stick to it. So that was the first time that I did it, which was about probably, let's see, I was 21 and now I'm 31. So it was 10 years ago, okay? It was actually more than 10 years ago, because I had my first ab about when I was 20 or so, maybe 20 years old or so. So now 10 years or about 8 years after, about 3 years ago, back in 2011, I did my first contest natural. So I've been off steroids for about maybe 5 years back then, or 4 years back then, okay? So I was off steroids 4 years back then. I got off steroids in 2008, 9, 10, 11. So I was off steroids for 4 years. And I was getting on stage. And what motivated me is this, here's what I'm gonna say, is there was a guy at my gym, his name was Ivan, and he's a super fun guy, awesome guy, and he comes to the gym, and he's all excited, he's all pumped up, and he comes on, and he comes with his skateboard. He always rides his skateboard, and he's actually a model also, and he just lifts off his shirt, and boom, you could see these abs just, you know the middle part of the ab that is like here, when it's so like deep, you could see like deep inside, you know what I'm talking about? So I could see his abs right in front of me, and let me tell you, there's something magical happens when you see clear cut abs right in front of you. Have you ever seen one? Like it's amazing. And I saw it, I was like, wow, that's what I want. That's what I want. And when I saw this guy have his abs, I was like, I can do it too. And that's when I decided to start getting ripped, before even deciding to do the contest. And I started to do a lot of cardio. I started to, do a lot of watching what I was eating, started to write down how much carbs I was having, because I did this many years ago, so I knew I can do it, right? But I did it on steroids back then. This time I was doing it natural. Again, so I started to do a lot of cardio, and what I was doing is I was doing cardio on empty stomach first thing in the morning, and I was cutting my carbs to almost nothing. And it was a very difficult experience because I was doing it I just made up my way. I didn't know how to do it. So although I was making up my way, it was working, okay? I was getting leaner, and then all of a sudden somebody comes, this poster, and says, hey, you want to compete? And I was like, that's not a bad idea, And I just signed up. I didn't know what I'm getting myself into. And let me tell you, I had fears. Like, there was a lot of fear of what if I look stupid on the, on the stage. I don't know how to do the walk. I don't even know how to get ready. I know nothing about it. There's so many details that confuse us, but it's actually nothing. Really, it's all made up in our mind because we are afraid of being judged. But I was so scared. So having overcome that fear, and actually I'm grateful because I had a lot of great people around me, and they motivated me, and they were like, you can do it, we'll help you, it's gonna be all right. I was like, you know what, let's just do it. So anyway, so long story short, I did the contest, and it's amazing when you're committed. It's amazing how universe, God, world, whatever creator you want to call it, brings you what you need. So exactly 2 weeks before the contest, I was actually introduced to a new friend. His name is Matthew Park. He's actually the founder of INBF Canada, which is like a whole bodybuilding federation, So I was so fortunate. I meet this guy, and he is, probably the #1 expert that I've ever met in my entire life to be an expert on how to get rock solid body on stage. Now, getting ready for the contest, the hardest challenge is actually the last few weeks, because you want to look very crisp and hard. At the same time, you want to look muscular. So what I mean is this, is you want to keep your size, right? So you want to have your muscles have the size, but you also want to have the water and the fat gone. So you want to look your biggest, and you want to look the crispest, sharpest. So it's quite a science. Now, most people, when they're getting ready for the contest, they do a lot of crazy stuff. Like, they cut their water, and they do all kinds of stuff, and they nearly kill themselves, right? But thankfully, because of my friend Matthew, I learned a way on how to get ready without doing any of those, okay? So on the backstage, there's all these people drinking water or not drinking water. They're all thirsty, they're all dying, like dehydrated, and they're trying to figure out what to do. I'm there, I can drink water, I had my carbs. In fact, the last week I was loading on carbs. I was having more carbs. And I'm telling you right now, I could look in the mirror and I could not believe what I see. Like, the person that was standing in the mirror, it was a new creature that I've seen. So I hope I'll post some pictures. And my goal is, I hope that I can get to the same condition or better this year. Now, so that's my goal. Now, you may be asking, why do you compete? What's the reason? And the reason is this, is that I remember when I decided to compete, all of a sudden, all the areas of my life becomes at an excellent level. That means my business, my coaching, my clients, all my areas, my dating life, it all of a sudden goes on like this amazing mode, because I'm so excited, right? Getting up in the morning, doing cardio, eating the right food, all those things makes me feel or resonate this charisma almost, right? People can see this guy is up to something. He's doing something different, So that's the reason. But before, I used to think, well, no, if I compete, it's gonna distract me from my business. It's gonna distract me from this, and I need to focus on this right now. It's all bullshit, okay? And thanks to my friend Stefan from the website Project Life Mastery, I put his link below. You want to check him out. He and I had a conversation in our mastermind. He reminded me that competition doesn't have to take away from your life. It can add to it, and that's the truth. So I want to actually I want to ask you, what is stopping you from getting on stage? Okay, now you don't have to do bodybuilding where you gotta go like that and you just gotta like flex and you gotta go like, you know, monsters. You can actually get on stage as a fitness model. And I didn't even know what's fitness modeling till recently. I had no idea this such a thing exists. Fitness modeling is this, all right? You basically, you get naked, right? So you get contest ready. You try to bring your body fat as low as you can. You put on a shirt and you just get on stage and you just look good and you just walk. You just do a walk and you like, boom. You look this way, you look that way, done. That's it. That's fitness modeling, right? Now, the whole process of getting ready to go on stage is what makes it really, really fun, all right? And you do need to get lean and get in the best shape of your life. You tan and you look really good. And then at nighttime, you dress up really nice. So you dress up super, super banging. Best dress that you can ever find. You look good. And again, you go up the stage and you like, and you just walk. You look this way, you look that way, take some pictures, take some HD pictures, which is you're gonna keep forever. So when you're old, ugly, and you know crooked, you can actually say that was me. So you do all that with the competition, and what it does, it actually gives you. It's not about the picture, and all that is great, all right. And a lot of people you're gonna meet, all that is great, but really, it's who you become. It's who you become. Like Jim Rohn says, it's not what you get, but it's who you become. That's amazing because you have been committing yourself to doing a goal. And now, day after day, you've been working on it. Day after day, you've been eating your meals. Day after day, you've been doing your cardio. And now you're in the best shape ever. And now you're going to face your biggest fear, which is being judged by people. You're going to get naked and you're going to stand in front of the crowd and you say, judge me, I don't care. You see the power in that? And as a result of that, your self-esteem goes higher, so you start taking more action in other areas of your life. Your dating life, your relationships, your business, all that, in my experience, has been improving as a result of me competing. So, now let's just get to business. So I'm going to take my shirt off. So I have this microphone, which I won't be able to talk to you with it. So I'm going to take my shirt off and I'm going to show you my body. Now, I've already been working on my body for the past about 3 weeks, but my diet has been really wacky. So I haven't really got it right yet. So only the past few days, maybe 2-3 days, that I've been really counting my diet. And I'm going to share exactly what I'm doing, you know, how I'm counting my diet, what I'm eating, how I'm doing it. That's going to be another video. But in this video, I just want to show you where I am right now. And let me warn you, I do have a hairy back. So I hope you are turned on by that. And here we go. Let's do it. So here we go. I'm going to put the mic away, all right? I'm going to try to put the mic here. And hopefully you can still hear me, yes? Alright, so here we go. Boom. Now, mind you, I was exercising about 2 hours ago, so this is not totally cold. So I do have a little bit of pump still left. And there it is. This is my body right now. I hope I don't go down too far with my pants. Alright, so there we go. This is the body. I do shave my body every other day when I'm getting ready for a contest. The rest of the year I have a very hairy body. I'm Persian and I have a hairy body. But I do shave my body every other day when I'm getting ready for the contest. And that's me. So there we go. This is the side. This is the side. And here we go. Again, the hairy back warning. That's the back. So there. There's a little bit of flexing. That's what it looks like. Now I got about four months away. So we got April, May, June, July. Now at the beginning of July there's a contest here where I'm staying, but I actually feel like doing it in Vancouver where my friends are hanging out. So I'm probably gonna do it there. So I have about 4 months. But thankfully, see, as you see, I'm doing these different poses. There's one that you're standing, right, and you're doing a little turn, so your waist looks actually small and you can see your abs. So the whole idea is that you turn around, right, and you make it so you're not flexing, so nobody can see that you're flexing, but you're actually flexing. So instead of like standing like this where your abs would be kind of like flat, you go like this. See the difference? So it's like this, like this, right, without looking like you're flexing, like this, like this, like this. Anyway, so there we go. Quick video on me, where I am right now. I'm getting ready for the contest. I'm super excited. Please post your questions. Oh yeah, here's the mic. Please post your questions and ask me whatever you like, and I will make another video sharing my diet, how I'm tracking my food, what kind of cardio I'm doing, and all the other good stuff. So I look forward to seeing your comments. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel right here. And there we go. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.